Welcome back, Leominsterites. It's July 2018, and we wanted to change it up a little and talk about some fun things to do this summer in Leominster and around the community, just to talk about what's going on and be able to showcase some other really awesome community leaders that we have that are running some really important programs. So first up, I have Judy Sumner, who is the director of the Leominster Recreation Department, and I'm so thrilled to have you on.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me, and it's
you brought me lots of materials. I can't wait to look at them.
Yes, well, we have we put out a summer brochure, in the spring, and we have a lot of different programs. Some of the programs have already gone by, but we are still taking registrations for our full-day summer program.
Great.
That's filling up, particularly the preschool program. That one is we have over 50 children in that one, and total we have almost 300 children a day in that full day.
That's amazing.
6-week summer program.
And what kinds of activities are the kids doing?
Well, they do arts and craft activities. We have a sports mania program. They do just different sport games. We bring in entertainers to entertain them. They go to we bus them to the state pool. We do a trip with some of the groups. They went to Kimball Farms last week. They've gone to Ultimate Obstacle. They go bowling. So they went to the preschoolers went to BB King's. They loved it there.
Fun.
And they go to the movies, and and they went to Bravehearts game. So there's a whole lot of things that our staff had planned for the kids to do.
And speaking of movies, I know this is actually tonight. So we're filming this on Friday, July 13th. I don't know if it's going to go up online quick enough, but you have a movie night at Barrett Park.
Yes, so we're showing the movie Wonder. It's about a young boy who his face was...
It's like cranial facial...
Yes, he had some disfigurement, and he was homeschooled, and then this is about his experience going to school and being bullied and how he handles all of that. And it's a really nice family movie to show. So it is being shown at night at Barrett Park, and it's going to be a late night because it's summertime. So
you got to start it late enough to be able to show the movie, right?
You have
so
to be able to see the movie. So you can start coming into the park at 7 for the movie. The movie may not start till about 8:30 because it gets dark about 8:30, 8:45. But we are going to do another movie also in August.
Oh, perfect.
So if anyone has any requests for which movie they'd like to see in the park, then call our office at 978-534-7529 and let us know, because we have to book that movie soon.
Great.
So we're looking forward to that, and we'll have refreshments as well. And we have another trip coming up.
Yeah, this is a historical cultural trip, so partnering with the Leominster Cultural Council.
Yes. Yeah.
That's great. Can you tell me a little bit about it? I've never heard of
Nom Keg. It's called Nom Keg, and it's owned by the trustees of the reservations. And it's a 44-room summer cottage with beautiful gardens. And there's, let me read some of the description here. It says that it's from the Gilded Age, and they have the collection of Chinese porcelain. And they also have beautiful outdoor gardens. They have a Moon Gate garden and Chinese gardens, and they have the Art Deco blue steps. So they have 8 acres of just all landscape gardens. So we're looking forward to that. But then also we are going to go to Chesterwood. And Chesterwood is the summer home of the sculpture that sculptured the Lincoln Monument or Memorial Monument and the Minuteman. So we'll be able to tour his summer studio and his gardens as well. And I believe there's also other arts around the facility as well.
That sounds awesome. So it's $40. It'll get folks on the trip. Yeah. And then people are asked to bring a lunch.
So bring a picnic lunch, because we didn't want to stop to have lunch, because we wanted to get in 3 different sites for people to see, so you can have your lunch out in the gardens. So we thought that would be nice.
That's awesome. I love that the recreation department's got you covered from like little preschoolers all the way to adults
adults.
wanting to check out these awesome sites.
Yeah, so we also have yoga going on, and we just finished up with the adult exercise. So in the fall,
Where's the yoga happening?
The yoga's at Barrett Park on Thursday nights.
Really?
Yes.
I need to come down. I need to check it out.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I've been so busy with meetings and everything.
Yeah.
I haven't had time to go to the classes, unfortunately. So
does it happen in the building, or
yes,
does it
in our program building?
Okay,
yes.
awesome.
So in the fall, we'll be starting up with exercise again, and hopefully yoga again as well. So, but we also have, we have a very large group coming on Saturday. It's the Excel Church. We're planning on having over 200 people come to help with doing maintenance around the park. We also have another program that's partially funded by the Mass Cultural Council, and that's a summer scene theater program. So they have their performance next Wednesday and Thursday at 7 o'clock at Fallbrook School. And we have a field hockey program that's it's a high school league, and we have 8 teams in that league. So they play games every Tuesday and Thursday nights, and it starts at 3 o'clock and goes all the way to 7:30. So it's down at Doyle Field. If you want to catch a game, you can do that.
And you're constantly having hiking trips too.
Yes, and we have hiking as well. We do hiking once a month. So we have another full moon hike coming up at the end of the month. So we did, during the full moon in July and in August, and we've had some also in the past, and we're doing some also in the future. And we also have, a basketball camp coming up, the Mark Oselski Memorial Basketball Camp.
Oh, great.
And we have a a lacrosse program coming up. And let me see, I think I have.
So Judy, how do you manage all of these programs?
Well, we're very, very fortunate that we have a lot of summer help, and that through the city, budget and through fees that we charge, we have 91 people on staff right now.
Really?
So yes.
Oh my goodness.
So it's very, very busy in our office.
Yeah, I guess so.
So it's a busy time.
And are these a lot of local students that you hire to run the programming?
We hire high school and college students, and most of them are all from Leominster. And we hire teachers, and we have a principal that helps to oversee some of those programs, and helps with training of staff. And so.
But day to day, how large is the recreation department, the full-time permanent staff?
Oh, full-time permanent staff on a year-round basis, it's only 3 of us.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was much smaller.
Myself, and then I have an administrative assistant, and then I have a full-time maintenance person. So we only, and then I have a couple part-time people that help year-round in the office, that come in. So there's just, but it's a lot of planning. So off-season, there's never a break, because, we're planning activities, and we'll have basketball coming up in the winter. So there's always something going on at our office. And plus, we take care of parks as well, and we also oversee the flowers downtown. All the, Sally and Larry work on planting those flowers and taking care of them.
No, that's so great. And I'm so appreciative of all the trails, because I actually live kind of on top of Barrett Park and use the trail to walk down and walk around when I can fit in some exercise. It's not that often right now.
Yes, sure.
But it's phenomenal. And for folks who haven't checked out the park, it's gorgeous. The work that you guys have been doing, the new pavilion, is just really, really lovely.
Right. And right now we're trying to obtain a grant for Forney Park to improve the softball field. So there's over 700 people that play in that softball league. So
I was there for opening day. I had no idea how big it was.
Yes. So that's, we're hoping that we need new lighting there, and some field improvements as well. And we'd like to improve a little bit of the walking area around there as well.
And one of the most often questions I get asked is a dog park. Is there any chance? I know you've been working on this for a long time.
We are going to, dogs are allowed. You can walk your dog around Forney Park. So that's there's a walking path all around the perimeter of the park. So, and that's something that, we so we still are looking for a parcel of land that would be suitable for a dog park.
Yeah.
So.
Well, just putting in another plug on behalf of the Leominster residents who've called me. And I was like, I don't really work on that level, but I'll do what I can. And we just have a little bit of time left. I'm just wondering if there's anything else that you want to share with Leominster residents. We go way back. I love the recreation department so much, because my grandfather used to run Friends of Barrett Park when I was a kid.
He did so much work for us. We were so appreciative of everything that he did and the Friends of Barrett Park did.
And it's just so great to have great green spaces and get folks active and out there and enjoying the community.
Yeah, well, I just want to, we just have wonderful staff. I'm very thankful for all of that, and the mayor's been great to us, and city council as well.
Yeah.
So we're very, Leominster has so many activities, and we wouldn't be able to do it without the budget funding.
Yeah, and so we've included the information on how to get in touch with Judy and the Recreation Department if you have any questions, if you want to participate in some of these programs. So please, please, please reach out. And we're going to take a break and then come back with Mickey Guzman from the Spanish American Center. Stay tuned.
I didn't know.
Welcome back, Leominsterites. So now I'm joined with Mickey Guzman from the Spanish American Center. And Mickey, I've got your title, Family Advocate / Information and Referral Specialist and Elder Services Coordinator.
That's it. It's a mouthful.
Man of all trades.
You got it.
Yeah. We gotta get you something a little more catch-all.
Well, the main thing is family advocate, because that's a little bit of anything and everything.
Yeah.
But because I deal with elders specifically in the elders program,
Right.
and because I'm in charge of the information services, that's where everything else comes in. Different proposals, different names.
Yeah, so I got a chance to check out the summer program last summer and just see how many kids are participating at the Spanish American Center and what fun activities. So could you let our viewers know a little bit more about what the summer programming looks like at the Spanish American
Well, we're
Center?
praying for sun this year, because last year, even though it was great, it did rain and it spoiled some of the surprises that we had. The summer program, this is our 5th year doing the block party.
Yeah.
It's taken on different names as a health fair, community fair, back to school, but we figured block party because it's for the community.
Yeah.
It's free for anyone to come. We expect over 500 individuals. We serve breakfast, we serve lunch, there's a barbecue. I don't know about vegan food, but there will be vegetarian food.
Don't worry, I come with my own protein bars.
Okay. I serve as a DJ, and we'll also
And the music is great from last year. The music was phenomenal.
Thank you. Well, I try to mix it up, a little bit of everything, and we have line dances. We have the kids, the adults, and the elders doing line dances. So it's a lot of fun when they mix it up. We have agency tables from all over Leominster, Fitchburg, and Gardner, and they come and they present to the community their services. Sometimes the community or the clients are not aware of where to go, or they're unable to get there. So these tables come in and they offer free activities. We have free raffles. Basically everything is free. The difference this year is that we're doing it as a fundraiser also. We know that cost of living going up, services, shrinking funds. We want to continue all of the services that we provide: the food pantry, the soup kitchen meals, the rental assistance program. So we want to make sure that we can continue regardless of whatever funds we receive. And that's our main focus. Spanish Center now is going on 52 years. I've been there 21 years, Nettie over 40 years. So there's a consistency. People know who we are, and they come. And this year we've had the main struggle of what happened with Hurricane Irma and Maria. So a big influx of individuals, especially from Puerto Rico, coming in. So a 300% increase in services.
Yeah, so I was just there doing the SNAP Challenge and checking out the food pantry and the services that you provide for our community. And I've also gone to your community breakfasts, and those are twice a week?
The community breakfast is Tuesday and Friday.
Okay.
The community dinners are Wednesday and Thursday. So we offer meals 4 days a week, and the Fitchburg Church offers a free breakfast in Leominster, which we support. So it's 5 days a week, different meals.
That's really, really great. And you also do lunches for the kids and a lot of different programming. So you're supporting so much of the community, and not just Leominster, but the surrounding cities and towns.
We are the sponsoring agency with USDA, Special Education, Project Bread. They're the funders, and we sponsor 15 different agencies, 3 in Gardner, 6 in Leominster, and the others in Fitchburg, where we provide the foods, the meals, breakfast and lunch, and at least 2, maybe 3 times a week, they're hot meals. So people enjoy, the agencies enjoy being sponsored by us as opposed to being sponsored by other programs where most of the meals are sandwich and bag lunches. So in fact, this morning we had ham and eggs for breakfast. So, you know, it is great. And each program runs their own activities.
Okay.
So the idea is to feed the kids because the kids may not have a meal. Most of these kids are free and reduced meals, but anybody can qualify as long as you're in one of the programs, and give them activities, keep them off the street.
Yeah.
For the summer.
Yeah, and so for parents who are looking for things still for their kids to do, how do they get in touch with the Spanish American Center? Can kids still kind of drop in and sign up for these programs?
The program started June 26th, and it ends August 3rd for most programs, and August 10th for some programs. But it's between those 2 dates. And August 4th, which is a Saturday, that's the block party. And the idea of the block party is we invite all 15 agencies to bring their kids, you know, have their colors, their T-shirts, or whatever. So that's where, because it's a family event, we've had stragglers to come in, you know, and participate. So yes, it is a free, open event to anyone and everyone. Just come and have fun with us.
So Saturday, August 4th, and what are the times?
It's from 9 to 2 p.m.
Okay.
The agencies start getting there at 8:30, and like I said, there's free activities for everyone in the family.
Breakfast and lunch, so you're going to get a good meal.
There's barbecue, there's hot dogs, hamburgers, there's vegetables, there's soup, there's cereal for breakfast, there's ham and eggs, so it's a big meal, and then obviously the music. Also around 12 o'clock, there'll be a live trio performing, so you'll get to see a little bit of Mexico and Puerto Rico.
Oh, that's phenomenal. And so you've been with the Spanish American Center for 21 years. That's pretty amazing. What drove you to work with the Spanish American Center? Why did you want to get involved in this work, and why did you stay?
Wow. I've been now in the Leominster and Fitchburg area for about 40 years. I came from New York City to Chicago, Illinois. And when I graduated from college in Chicago, I was the assistant director of an agency like the Spanish American Center. I moved to Massachusetts after getting divorced. And the first person I met 40 years ago was Natalie. And when she interviewed me, her response was, what would you like to do, or where would you like to be in 5 years? I said, I'd like your job. And that's how I was introduced to her 40 years ago. She was not able to hire me, lack of funding at that time. So I started with the Department of Social Services, was a social worker for 15 years. Then I worked in Fitchburg as the director of the Fitchburg Center, and then to the Spanish Center. So in 40 years, I've only had 3 jobs, and they've all been in social work.
That's really amazing, and I think it's a testament to the important work that the Spanish American Center is doing, that the staff stays for decades. And I think that that's so great. And I love the block party idea, being able to get the community together to kick off kind of the summer and getting ready for back to school. And just such great energy. You
got it.
Is there anything else? We have a little bit of time left. Is there anything else you want to talk about, what's going on with the Spanish American Center, or anything as you're looking forward to the fall?
In the fall, we're already taking registrations for the English as second language classes, basic and intermediate. And we're also taking applications. In fact, we will have a booth for registration. One of the services that we provide is voter registration on registration years. Election years, and this is one. So we will encourage everyone who is qualified to vote. We will register you that day.
Thank you for doing that, and I'm so thankful to have you on. Folks, remember, come and join me on August 4th, Saturday, from 9 to 2 to hang out with the Spanish American Center at their annual block party. It's going to be a great time. And Mickey, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And have a great rest of your summer.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And so we're going to take a little break and come back with Ann Yeagle from Growing Places. Welcome back, and now we're joined with Ann Yeagle from Growing Places, and you're the new executive director. How many months has it been?
It's been 4, so be kind, Natalie.
I'm so thrilled. I love this organization. I just am so impressed with the work that they're doing, and looking up your background, they are so lucky to have you.
Thanks.
So
Thank
how
you.
has it been in the first 4 months?
It has been busy, a whirlwind, which is a good thing because there's definitely a need for what we do out there. So, I've spent some time doing a listening tour and figuring out what the community needs in terms of food access, where the assets are, where the gaps are, but also environmental sustainability.
Yeah, so for folks who aren't super familiar with Growing Places, can you just explain kind of what the mission is and the work that you guys do day to day?
Absolutely. So our mission focuses on food access and increasing food access and environmental sustainability through advocacy and nutrition education. And so we connect the community through real food is what we say. What we do is our roots, are in gardening. And so we started 16 years ago doing backyard gardens, actually. So 2 women from Harvard, Mass. saw a model from Oregon, and they thought that it would be absolutely fabulous to build gardens for underserved residents who didn't have access to food.
Yeah.
And so they started doing backyard gardening. And so it evolved exponentially over the years. And so for years, they were building backyard gardens. And finally, they realized, well, we're building these gardens, but we need to educate people too. And so then they decided they were going to add some nutrition education to it. And then over the years, it's evolved even more, where there's a social cohesion factor to gardening. And so now we manage 5 community teaching gardens, 1 in Clinton, the May Barton Garden, 3 in Fitchburg, and 1 in Leominster, right behind the Boys and Girls Club, right near our office. And the other things we do that people don't really know about is we have youth education. So we do youth education in 2 Leominster schools and 3 Fitchburg schools right now. We have a gardening education curriculum called Teaching Garden for Kids. And we also help the DCR foresters plant trees through the Greening the Gateway Cities program.
And we see trees all over the place. So folks, if you were wondering where those trees are popping up with the little signs that say Greening the Gateway Cities, it's Growing Places who are helping coordinate that.
Absolutely. We do the outreach. So you'll see us at our farmers markets that we also manage with little lawn signs that say Greening the Gateway Cities. So that program is incredible. Actually, in Leominster, it looks like there are trees around, but there's a specific area where there's tree desert. And it's a pretty large zone, actually. So we call that our target planting zone. And we work with the DCR foresters to do door knocking, go to community events, and also to work with community-based organizations and businesses in that planting area.
Right.
To put in free trees. There's over 50 species. We do a site visit with the DCR foresters.
And they help you pick out your tree, right?
We do.
So it's not just a random tree that gets plopped in your yard. You get to be thoughtful about what do you want.
Right. It's not like Arbor Day where they come around and they say, we have 4 different species of trees. This is really the right tree for the right location that's going to survive and really complement that location.
That's phenomenal. And you mentioned the farmers market. So you're also helping with the Healthy Incentives program, which is something that I talk about all the time for folks who are SNAP beneficiaries who get supplemental nutritional assistance program or food stamps. They also qualify for this Healthy Incentives program to make sure that you get enough fruits and veggies and fresh produce, connecting you with local farmers at the farmers market. And I think it's phenomenal. So how has that been going?
So the farmers market, we started in Fitchburg and helping to manage it a few years ago. And so the Healthy Incentives program that you're referring to came about last year, and it's specific to Massachusetts, where anyone who uses their SNAP dollars to purchase fresh fruits and vegetables at a farmer's market, CSA, farm stand, or mobile market is able to essentially double their SNAP usership. And so what happens is that when you go to the farmer's market and you purchase produce, and it has to be a certified HIP vendor. So the entire Fitchburg farmer's market is certified to accept HIP. In Leominster, which we also now assist with, the Leominster has specific vendors who are SNAP certified, but we're working on getting the market certified as well. So people are able to double their SNAP dollars. And so because of that program at the Fitchburg Farmers Market last year, produce increased by 720%
That's
for the
amazing.
number of people using their SNAP dollars,
Yeah.
and the actual sales increased by 1,400%, which to me as a dietitian shows the need for funding for healthy fresh food access.
Yeah, and so we talked a little bit about this. I took the SNAP challenge. I was challenged by one of my colleagues to live on SNAP benefits for 5 days. So I got $4.56 a day for 5 days, and it was really hard. And I ate 3 meals, but I didn't get a lot of fruits. I didn't get a lot of veggies, and for me, that's a normal part of my diet that I'm used to getting, and I was not meeting the nutritional guidelines for the week. And so I understood how HIP really plays into filling that gap.
Yeah, and I commend you for that, first of all, for doing that, to really walk a mile and see what that is like. And I think, one of the things that I've seen over the years working in community nutrition for 15 years now is that residents and families will get their SNAP dollars at the beginning of the month, and by the end of the month they have almost nothing to spend, and so they're forced to purchase more unhealthy products. And so we really want to make sure not only is there education, but the environment supports healthy eating opportunities for people on SNAP.
Yeah, and it just seems like such a win to be supporting our local farmers. Here in Central Mass, we're lucky that we have so many local family farms, and this gives an opportunity for them to meet with a whole new client base.
Yeah, this area is really unique because we have some cities here, so urban areas, but we have agrarian roots, right? And so a lot before the Industrial Revolution happened, this area was really used primarily for farming, for economic development. And then the big business came in, and now it's kind of going back to that again. And so you really see these farmers who have been tending the land for so many years, who have so much knowledge that they can share, and it's wonderful to have them at the farmers market.
Yeah, no, that's great. And I know you mentioned before when we were booking you on the show, you wanted to talk about some pop-up park stays and your work at Allen Crest.
Absolutely. So the other thing, Mickey was just on, and one of the things that we're doing is we're teaming up with the Spanish American Center, Health Alliance, the YWCA. Part of the funding had gotten cut for the summer meals program, so the community came together and we decided that we needed to just support that effort. You have to have activities to have the summer meal program to get funded.
Right.
And so all of these different community-based organizations, including Growing Places, have come together and are offering activities at Allen Crest in Leominster, which is right down the road from here,
Right.
every day. So it's Monday through Thursday, we're there. And so Growing Places and Health Alliance is there on Mondays, and we do nutrition-focused activities. We have a little garden on the go, which is a garden in a trailer.
I love that. I've seen that all over the place.
Yeah, everybody loves that. And then we were at Pop-Up Park Stays in Fitchburg yesterday with our little garden on the go. So our garden on the go is a great outreach tool to educate kids and families and seniors about gardening and really just whet their appetite.
Yeah, and you also offer, in addition to the kids classes, you offer adult classes, because I know I've seen things on how to grow herbs and how to tend to your soil and compost and mycology, which is mushrooms, right?
It
Yeah,
is,
so
it
there's
is.
so many fun activities going on that also build a lot of community. I garden in my backyard. I have raised bed gardens, and it's really great to meet other people
Yeah.
and learn from them and learn tips, because right now my garden's looking pretty sad. So we borrowed some compost from my aunt, who's a really great composter, and we're hoping that it's going to revive the garden, because it's just like not growing too
You're
hot.
too busy, Natalie.
I
We
know.
gotta get you home.
I know, I
That's
know.
just because your schedule is too busy.
I know. So they're not getting, my plants aren't getting the love that they need. They need to get to grow.
We need some volunteers to go water your garden. Tell us.
No, it's getting enough water. It just, I think, one of the other things and why composting is so important, we're using soil that we got out of our yard that maybe doesn't have the right nutrients in it. And that's why I'm such a believer in composting and making sure that a lot of times we as Americans waste a lot of food and end up going into the
We do.
landfill. So how can we reuse that and get it right back into the garden? And I'm so
Absolutely.
thankful for the work that you guys do to help educate all of us to understand that better.
Right, and that's how the food access and the environmental sustainability complement each other, because it really comes full circle together.
Yeah, so Ann, we're wrapping up. Is there any last minute things that you want to talk about? I know you also do some work with the China 9.
Absolutely. So the China 9 has been conducting a healthy food access survey and listening sessions. There are really 5 communities that suffer the most from underserved individuals in terms of food access, and that's Clinton, Gardner, Fitchburg, Leominster, and Winchendon. And we've been working to understand what those barriers are to identify strategies to really address those issues. And some ideas are things like pop-up farmers markets and mobile markets and feasibility studies. And this is really how the community comes together to address food issues at a policy and systems level versus just one-time programs.
Awesome. So we're going to put Ann's contact information and Growing Places on the screen. So if you are interested in volunteering, I know they're always looking for folks and they have such great programming going on, but I just want to thank you for coming on the show and
thank you.
giving us some ideas on what we can do this summer.
Absolutely. Come visit the farmers market Thursdays in Fitchburg and Saturdays in Leominster.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you. I'm so thrilled to have folks from Growing Places, the Spanish American Center, and from our recreation department to talk about ways that you can get involved this summer. And I'm hoping you all enjoy your summers, and we'll see you in September because we're going to take a break for August. So stay cool, everyone.